about a month or so, we released ATEM TV Studio HD. Now, it's gone very well for us, and it's a very small switcher. It's fantastic for web broadcasters, but as well as traditional broadcasters, and it's very feature packed. But that was almost the small version of it. What we wanted to do is build it into a control panel. So what we're going to be announcing today is ATEM TV Studio Pro HD. It's actually the same switcher that's built into this control panel. And it's if you look at it, it's got professional buttons. There's nothing limited about the switcher at all. It's got the same buttons the high-end switchers have. In fact, I'll show you another view of it. It's completely self-contained, so you can just plug in a monitor and it works as the multi-view. It's actually the same feature set as the TV Studio Pro, the ATEM TV Studio, because it's the same switcher internally. And if you can see but it's got obviously more features on it. If you look at the front panel, there's the buttons, so it's got a full program preview room, so it's much more of a professional switcher. And we've also designed it to be the same connection, the controls as a professional 1ME panel. So a lot of entry-level people use switches like this. I mean, it's a really professional switcher, but it's also used by people coming up. So when they learn a proper 1ME approach. It's not a dumbed-down plastic switcher. It's die-cast metal. It's really good quality, and you can see the buttons, the select bus on there. One thing we have done on this switcher is it's got the audio level adjustments on every input. The other switch, you had to push one of the inputs and then you could adjust it on the master control. This one's got independent controls for every input, and we've done a few other cool things. It's got a full CCU in it. So what you can do along the top there is you can grade the cameras that are connected to it. It's got 4 program outs that you can connect to the cameras. The other smaller TV Studio model can do that, but this one you can actually take control of the camera. So it's got iris and focus adjustments, lift, gamma, gain. There's a trackball for doing color balance. You can even adjust the lens. There's iris and focus. You can see there's a whole bunch of different buttons for the transitions. You can just select the transitions directly. And just down the bottom there, you can see there's a picture-in-picture buttons to preset the DVE, because it's got a DVE built in. And it's got the aux out. So you can see the back panel actually looks very similar to the other switcher. On the left-hand side, you've got the full HDMI in. There is actually both the DC input on this switcher and also AC input, so you can actually have redundant power or even run it off a battery. There's the serial port for controlling PTZ cameras, or the switcher can be controlled. You've got the 4 SDI inputs. It's got 8 inputs total. There's the 4 program outs for controlling cameras with mix minus as well. It's still on that. Then you've got the aux out, program out, multi-view, analog audio, and the talkbacks on the back. So I don't know, we think it'll be a pretty nice switcher. It's something that we haven't really had before. It's a lot of switcher in a small design, and it fits within a rack unit. It's got the bolt attachments on the bottom, so you can screw it down to a shelf. Or in a lot of community organisations, they don't want things stolen, so they can bolt them to a shelf. You can see it's fantastic for live production. Just plug a few cameras in and multi-view and go. So I think hopefully it does quite well. It's we think quite affordable, considering it's $2,295. It'll be available in May. The software actually for it'll go up today, because it's finished, but we've got to wait a few weeks for the metal materials to come in, so we'll start production. So it's very close. We've got a whole lot of them on the booth on the front, so hopefully it goes well.